Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. What was the last discussion?
Class and interface.
It was
Class and
model, sir.
How many?
yeah, models.
How many of you got a chance to practice?
Sir, just type your codes.
Model.
Okay.
Downloaded and that's
Nah, model like a
But you should also do it right. Do it your own. Yeah. If you are feeling more difficult, then you can download and you can see the code, or you can use the code as it is. But you should try to do it your own also. How many of you got a chance to practice?
I did.
Anyone else? So when you don't practice, I feel like only I am serious. I am more serious than you guys. You are learning, so you should be more serious than me. Because you are learning, I know something more than you, so I should not practice more. You should practice more. But I don't see that interest in your face. If you don't show that interest, maybe I will not be also interested to go into that deep. I'll try to complete the training as soon as possible. I have that feelings now. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah.
No, please don't do that.
no, sir. Please don't do that. Actually,
You should also show that interest, right? You should also show that interest. You should do the things regularly.
But go through the class once again.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Let me continue where we left yesterday. Okay, yesterday we were discussing models. We discussed how to use interface as model, how to use class as model, both the things we tried. Today we will understand HTTP interceptor. What is HTTP interceptor and what is the use of it? Okay. Give me a second, I'll capture this number somewhere. How can I copy this?
inspect and from the source copy. Right click somewhere else. Awesome.
This is how UI developers do. Okay, fine. So, we will discuss interceptor. What is interceptor and what is the use of interceptor? I'll show you one image. From that image, we will try to understand what is interceptor. Angular application makes a request to server. Server responds the response to Angular application. Angular application sends a request to server. Server responds the data to Angular application. Earlier, what we used to do, Angular application directly used to send a request to server. Server used to send a response to Angular application. But if we have a requirement that before sending the request, you should add something to the request object. What is request? Request is nothing but one object. In that request object, you want to add some field. One of the field can be authorization token. And that authorization token should be added for all the API calls in your Angular application. If you have such requirement, then adding that token to every request is not a good idea. Whenever we are making a call, whenever we say HTTP client.get, there we should not pass the authorization token or whatever field in the request object we want to pass. Instead of that, we can create one interceptor. What is interceptor? We can say it is a function. Inside that function, we will write some logic. That logic will be executed for every request. The technical term is the interceptor, nothing else. So when we create one interceptor, when Angular application makes a request, the request will directly not go to server. The request will go to interceptor. In the interceptor, we will manipulate the request object. We will add one extra field to the request object, and we will send a new request. The request that Angular application is generating from service or from component is missing with one field. Interceptor adds that field, sends the request to server. And if you create an interceptor, that logic will be executed for all the API calls you make in your application. You don't have to write that logic for every API call. You just create one interceptor. There you write the logic. Every time you say HTTP client.get or HTTP client.post, it has to go through this interceptor. This type of interceptors are called a request interceptor. Sometimes we get the server response. When we get the server response, sometimes we need to manipulate that response. The response that comes from server, we cannot directly use. If we cannot directly use, then we have to do something here. Let's say the server responds XML data. We have to convert it to JSON. For that, we can create one interceptor. Let's say the server responds some data which is in another format, but we need the data in some other format. So that also we can do here in the interceptor. What is interceptor? Interceptor is a intermediate code which sits in between Angular application and server. When Angular application sends a request, every request will go to server via the interceptor. When server responds the data, every data will come to Angular application via the interceptor if we have interceptor added. So far, till today, we have not added any interceptor. So our request directly goes from Angular application to server and server to Angular application. There is no interceptor involved so far. Today we will create request interceptor and response interceptor. Are we clear what is interceptor? Yes, we got high level idea, right? What is interceptor?
Like the response we got the idea like converting it into JSON. But for request, what is the purpose of interceptor?
Yeah, we'll see one example also. Huh? Yeah, this is just high level. What is interceptor and what does it do? Maybe after one or two examples,
We'll get clarity.
yeah, we will get more clarity. Hope we got one high level picture, right?
Right.
What is interceptor? Okay. Now let's understand what is the real time use of interceptor. Now, whenever I make a call, let me start the uh, API. Okay, sorry, database. JSON server. Watch employees.json. Okay, now it should work, I think. Why it is not working? Which URL we are hitting? Employees. We got employees, huh? It's working. But if you see here, this is the employees call. This is the header. Fine. Let's understand some theory. Then we will start with one example. Interceptors are used to pre-process. Pre-process means before handing over the request to the server, and post-process the HTTP request. Post-process means after getting the response from server. They are used before sending the request and after getting the response from the server. One example could be add an access token or some custom HTTP header for all outgoing HTTP requests. For all outgoing HTTP requests, we need to add one access token. We can do that using interceptor. Create a global error cache. Suppose you have one interceptor which will watch all the HTTP errors. If anything fails, your interceptor should be triggered. If anything fails, your interceptor should be triggered. In that case, again, we can create interceptor. Create a mock response to test. Yeah, even we can create one interceptor which will return some mock response. Whatever API I hit, it should give me this response. Log all the HTTP activity in the console. If you want to log mock response means sample response, which is not useful, but just a sample response.
Unit testing, we use the mock response.
Yes. Log all HTTP activity in the console. How many HTTP calls are going in your application? You want to log them. So these are real-time use cases where we can use interceptors. Catch HTTP responses to do some custom formatting. That is convert CSV to JSON before handing the data over to the service or the component. Yeah. To create one HTTP interceptor, what all things we have to do? We have to create a class. That class should implement HTTP interceptor interface, and it should override intercept method. So we need to create a class. That class should implement HTTP interceptor interface, should override intercept method. Modify the request object, and call next.handle method to pass the modified request, and register the interceptor in modules providers array. These are the three steps we have to follow to add one interceptor for all our API calls. Yes.
As we are using modules to interfaces to create modules, right? And as we can in use multiple interfaces, we can at a time use module and as well as interceptor, right?
Yes,
Yes,
model you are
model you are
talking
talking
about,
about,
right?
right?
Right. Sorry,
Sorry,
Yeah,
model.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
yeah,
can, we can, we can.
Okay.
Yeah. Suppose I have a requirement. What is
What
the
is the
requirement?
requirement?
The
The
requirement is
requirement is
that
that
the
the
requirement is
requirement is
that
that
in
in
every
every
in
in
every
every
API
API
call
call
there
there
should
should
be
be
there
there
should be
should be
one
one
field
field
that is
that is
authorization,
authorization,
and the
and the
authorization
authorization
should
should
have a
have a
token.
token.
If you
If you
send
send
this
this
field
field
in your
in your
API
API
call,
call,
then
then
only the
only the
API will
API will
respond to you
respond to
the
you the
data.
data.
If you
If you
don't
don't
send
send
this,
this,
your
your
API will
API will
not
not
respond you.
respond you.
Most of
Most
the
of the
APIs will
APIs will
be
be
developed
developed
in
in
such a way
such a way
that
that
it will
it will
expect you
expect
to
you to
pass
pass
this.
this.
Now,
Now,
if you
if
go
you
and
go and
check your
check your
request,
request,
in the
in the
request,
request,
this is
this
the
is the
request,
request,
localhost
localhost
employees.
employees.
In the
In the
request
request
headers,
headers,
we
we
have
have
in
in
request
request
header
header,
we have
we have
14.
14.
In
In
response
response
header we
header,
have
we have
14.
14.
If I
If I
expand
expand
request
request
header,
header,
I
I
have
have
things
things
like
like
accept,
accept,
accept
accept
language,
language,
connection,
connection,
host,
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 all
all
these
these
things.
things.
But I
But I
don't
don't
have
have
authorization.
authorization.
And my
And my
API is
API is
expecting me
expecting
to
me to
pass
pass
authorization.
authorization.
My
My
API is
API is
expecting me
expecting
to
me to
pass
pass
authorization,
authorization,
but I
but
don't
I
have
don't
it.
have it.
We
We
need to
need to
pass
pass
that
that
field
field
along
along
with
with
this
this
14
14
headers.
headers.
I have
I
to
have to
pass
pass
another
another
header.
header.
That
That
header
header
name
name
is
is
authorization.
authorization.
It has
It has
some
some
value.
value.
If I
If I
have to
have
do
to do
that,
that,
what I
what
will
I will
do?
do,
I'll
I'll
create one
create one
interceptor.
interceptor.
How to
How to
create one
create one
interceptor?
interceptor?
I'll
I'll
create one
create one
interceptor.
interceptor.
How to
How to
create one
create one
interceptor?
interceptor?
Interceptor
Interceptor
is
is
nothing but
nothing
a
but a
class.
class.
It's
It's
nothing but
nothing
a
but a
class.
class.
So
So
I'll
I'll
try to
try to
create
create
one
one
class.
class.
Simply
Simply
I'll
I'll
create
create
one
one
class.
class.
I will
I will
say
say
ng
ng
generate
generate
class.
class.
I'll
I'll
create a
create a
folder
folder
interceptors,
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 and the
and the
class that
class
I
that I
want to
want to
create
create
is
is
my
my
interceptor
interceptor
one.
one.
My
My
interceptor
interceptor
one
one
is
is
the
the
class
class
name.
name.
ng
ng
generate
generate
class
class
interceptors
interceptors
my
my
interceptor
interceptor
one.
one.
If I
If I
go
go
and
and
if
if
I
I
go
go
and
and
open
open
my
my
interceptor,
interceptor,
it says
it's a
simple
simple
class.
class.
It says
It's a
simple
simple
class.
class.
We
We
have to
have to
make
make
it.
it.
We have
We
to
have to
make it
make it
one
one
interceptor.
interceptor.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
Now
I will
I will
make it
make it
as
as
interceptor.
interceptor.
To
To
convert it to
convert it to
interceptor,
interceptor,
first of
first
all,
of all,
we
we
have to
have to
implement implements
implements
HTTP
HTTP
interceptor
interceptor
HTTP
HTTP
interceptor
interceptor
interface.
interface.
We have
We
to
have to
implement
implement
this
this
HTTP
HTTP
interceptor
interceptor
interface.
interface.
HTTP
HTTP
interceptor
interceptor
interface.
interface.
It's
It's
not
not
auto
auto
imported.
imported.
Let
Let
me
me
import
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 HTTP
HTTP
interceptor
interceptor
from
from
at
at
angular
Angular
common
common
HTTP.
HTTP.
So
So
as soon
as
as
soon
your
as your
class
class
implements
implements
one
one
interface,
interface,
it
it
will
will
force you
force you
to
to
write the
write the
body for
body
the
for the
method.
method.
Hover
Hover
here
here
and
and
click on
click on
quick
quick
fix.
fix.
There will
There
be a
will be a
quick
quick
fix.
fix.
Okay.
Okay.
So it
So
is
it is
asking me
asking
to
me to
write
write
intercept
intercept
method.
method.
There
There
should be
should
a
be a
quick
quick
fix.
fix.
I don't
I
know
don't
why
know
it
why
is
it
not
is not
showing,
showing,
but
but
it's
it's
fine.
fine.
intercept method we have to write. Intercept method we have to write. Intercept method we have to write. Actually, it should automatically come. Yeah, this is how intercept method should look like. I don't know what happened, why my auto suggestion is not working. Okay, fine. That's fine. We will write intercept method here. What is the problem? Fine. I'll do one thing. I'll add it manually. So this is how intercept method looks like. This is how intercept method looks like. This intercept method takes one request object. It takes one request object. It takes one request object and next object. Okay. Intercept method takes request object and next object, and it returns observable of HTTP event. Then I have an hard-coded token. This should not be hard-coded. This we will get when we log into the application. When we log into the application for the first time, when we log into the application for the first time, we will get this token from the backend team. Once we get this token, we have to send this token with every request. So what I'm doing, we got the request object. Using that request object, we are cloning and we are creating another request object. That request object name is request with token. This request object, if you print, it will have only few headers. In that header list, I am adding another header. So I'm doing request.clone, set headers, authorization, add another field called authorization. This should be the value. If you want to test only, sample key is equal to sample value. We added two headers. In the existing header, we added two more headers. One is authorization, one is sample key. Then return next.handle request with token. So what happens? Every API that we fire from our Angular application, we are not yet done. We are done with only first two steps. This step is completed. This step is completed. The third step is register the interceptor in modules providers array. In modules providers array, we have to add this. So we will go to app.module.ts. In app.module.ts, in the providers array, we can add that interceptor. We can add that interceptor. The interceptor name is my interceptor 1. And this is a predefined thing, so we will import. So this is one interceptor. Interceptor is also similar like service only. It's not a plain service. We have to make an entry like this. The interceptors also will go to providers array. After this, what we will see that every time we make a API call, if we go and check here in the request header, we see authorization. Do you see? It was not there earlier. Now, every API call you make in the Angular application in your project, every API call first will come to this interceptor. If you add a debug point here, if you add a debug point here, first the request will come here. We can console.log my interceptor one. So if you make API call, your every API call will go to server via that interceptor. You see, they will go to the server via that interceptor. Now every API call will go to the server via that interceptor. You can add a debug point here, my interceptor one, secure. So every time you make a call, first the call will come here. This is our original request object. In this original request object, we have headers. In the headers, we have nothing. Those headers are default headers, but we are not sending anything. But we are line number 7 to 12 is our custom logic, where we are adding two headers to the existing header list. Now, this request with token will have the header information, and when the call goes, in that call, we will see that in the request header. If you see, there should be two things. One is authorization, and one is sample key, right? This is the one. So here, authorization is going, sample key is going. These are the two headers explicitly we added to the request.
Sample key is a mock key like that one is done.
Just to show something. It has no meaning. Just to show you that in the header object you can add n number of headers, n number of things here. Is it clear? Now all your API calls will go via this interceptor only.
One question here.
Yes.
Authorization is the predefined header attribute, right?
No. It's the user defined.
Okay.
It's a user defined. We can say ABC and XYZ. Sample key, sample value. Authorization, some value. So these three things are user defined.
So what is that
In
multi-true?
real time. Yeah, go ahead.
Just multi-true is one attribute. Na? You gave something providers. Is it like service? It is also in singleton.
Multi true in Angular interceptor. Multi-true means that one provider token provides an array of elements. For example, if multi-true, if we write it will not override. It will not override. So when we write multiple interceptors, when we add 2-3 interceptors, our query should go via all the interceptors. First it should go to interceptor 1, it should go to interceptor 2. So it should go through all the interceptors. If you don't say multi-true, it will go through the last interceptor in this provider's array.
Okay. And another thing you mentioned, na, CSV to JSON conversion, this kind of things also we do. So for example, something we are doing, So then it will do for all type of things only. I mean, if some JSON is also coming, if everything is passing through this, no? Or we can
We will write the logic that no.
or we'll write the logic, or some condition, some API will filter something we will write. Okay. I just go to the interceptor code one, sir. That logic that
This is the request interceptor.
yeah,
This is the request interceptor. Before sending the request,
we are
we are
manipulating
manipulating
the
the
request
request
and
and
sending.
sending.
We will
We will
see
see
one
one
response
response
interceptor
interceptor
also.
also.
Just asking a small question, that is line number 5, the request is the original request that we have, correct? Line number 5, that interceptor is first parameter request. Hello?
Can you
Can you
come
come
again?
again?
Yeah, line number 5, the request REQ, that is, it is picking up from the browser, the original request.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And it is of any type, like this, it don't have any type, so we write this kind of any. I have seen many places, like this any means TypeScript any we are writing, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and observable it is returning, so that is also HTTP, and within that any what is that means, like observable HTTP event type, among that is also any type. I mean, if you just explain that once, it's not related to interceptor, just asking.
It returns an observable of HTTP event. That HTTP event can have anything. It can have any type HTTP event.
Okay, fine.
So
So
where we
where
are
we are
telling
telling
my
my
request or
request or
my
my
services is to
services to
use
use
this
this
interceptor.
interceptor.
Ah,
We are not mentioning anywhere
whenever
whenever
we
we
create
create
one
one
interceptor
interceptor
and
and
register
register
that
that
interceptor
interceptor
in the
in the
provider's
provider's
array,
array,
all
all
the
the
API
API
calls,
calls,
all the
all the
HTTP
HTTP
calls
calls
that we
that
will
we will
make
make
in
in
this
this
application
application
has to
has to
go through
go
this
through this
interceptor.
interceptor.
Though we
Though
are
we are
not
not
creating a
creating a
link
link
between
between
this
this
interceptor
interceptor
and our
and our
API
API
call,
call,
I
I
understand your
understand your
point.
point.
You are
You are
asking this
asking this
employee
employee
service is
service is
actually
actually
making a
making a
call,
call,
HTTP
HTTP
client dot
client dot
get,
get,
right?
right?
Here
Here
we are
we are
not
not
creating a
creating a
link
link
between
between
employee
employee
service and
service
my
and my
interceptor.
interceptor.
Still,
Still,
how they
how
are
they are
able to
able to
understand
understand
that the
that the
query has
query
to
has to
go through
go
this
through this
interceptor.
interceptor.
That
That
is
is
how it
how it
works
works
internally.
internally.
If you
If you
create
create
one
one
interceptor
interceptor
and you
and you
register
register
that
that
interceptor in
interceptor
your
in your
module,
module,
all the
all the
HTTP
HTTP
calls
calls
that you
that you
make
make
from
from
your
your
application
application
has to
has
go
to go
through
through
this
this
interceptor.
interceptor.
We
We
don't
don't
register
register
anywhere
anywhere
else.
else.
This is
This is
enough.
enough.
Okay.
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 So now
So
the
now the
thing
thing
is,
is,
let's
let's
say
say
I
I
have
have
one
one
module.
module.
Let's
Let's
say
say
any
any
module.
module.
There we
There we
don't
don't
need
need
to
to
anyone to
anyone to
log in.
log in.
So they are
So they
not
are not
having
having
any
any
access
access
token
token
or
or
refresh
refresh
token or
token or
anything.
anything.
So
So yeah,
they are
they are
not
not
supposed to
supposed to
use the
use the
interceptor.
interceptor.
And for
And for
majority
I
of
got your
applications,
question.
we have
We have
the
the
user
user
needs to
needs to
log
log
in,
in,
and
and
at the
at the
time of
time of
login, they will
login, they will
get the
get the
token.
token.
They will
They will
use the
use the
token to
token
get
to
hit
hit
the
the
API.
API.
So
So
how do
how
I
do I
differentiate?
difference?
Yes.
Yes.
So the
So the
question
question
here
here
is,
is,
we
we
have
have
100
100
APIs in
APIs
my
in my
application.
application.
So
So
my
my
application is
application
hitting
is hitting
100
100
APIs.
APIs.
But
But
out of
out of
100
100
APIs,
APIs,
there are
there are
90
90
APIs
APIs
for
for
which
which
I
I
want this
want this
interceptor to
interceptor to
call.
call.
And there
And
are
there are
10
10
APIs
APIs
for
for
which I
which I
don't
don't
want
want
this
this
interceptor to
interceptor to
call.
call.
So
So
that is
that
what
is
the
what the
question
question
is,
is,
right?
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
in that case, we can define free to air site read, right?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Free to air.
Free
Free
to?
to?
Air means like that
Can
Can
you
you
repeat?
repeat?
free to air means that doesn't require any authorization.
No, that is not the question. Question is, some API no need to pass through the interceptor, some need to pass through the. How can I
Yes.
differentiate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
The
question
question
here
here
is,
is,
how
how
can
can
we
we
trigger
trigger
this
this
interceptor
interceptor
only
only
for
for
few of
few
the
of the
APIs,
APIs,
not
not
for
for
all the
all the
APIs? If
APIs?
my
If my
application
application
has
has
500
500
APIs, I
APIs, I
don't
don't
want to
want
call
to
this
call this
interceptor for
interceptor
all
for
of
all
them.
of them.
So
So
in
in
that
that
case,
case,
we
we
can
can
write
write
some
some
logic
logic
here
here
only.
only.
There is
There
no
is no
other
other
option.
option.
There is
There
no
is no
other
other
option.
option.
I'm
I am
repeating
repeating
again.
again.
We
We
have to
have to
write
write
some
some
condition
condition
here
here
only.
only.
If
If
my
my
URL
URL
contains
contains
so
so
and
and
so,
so,
or
or
Okay.
anything from request, you will be able to find most of the information. If I do console.log or request, if I do console.log request, yeah, I'll be able to find the request object completely here. This is my request object. In this request object, the method is get. We can see the params, we can see the URL, we can check other information also, and we can write a if else condition. If so and so condition satisfies, go through the interceptor. If so and so condition doesn't satisfy, so we will write a condition like this. If
Like
I'll just show you.
for login authorization is not needed because we will get authorization from login only.
Yeah. So if so and so happens, everything should happen. All these things will happen. Else request.handle next.handle the original request. No. Yeah, what condition we will write, it is up to us. For so and so things, it should directly call. For so and so things, it should go with interceptor. Now it will go with interceptor. If I reload, it will go with interceptor. Yes, it is going with interceptor. And in the network also, if I see the header will have ABC, XYZ. Okay. Now if the condition is not true, if the condition is not true, if it is false, okay, I'll directly pass false. If it is false, it is not going through. It is not supposed to go through the interceptor. Let's check. Let's check. This is the call. Yeah, there is no header added. So this is how it has to be.
So
And
entire
I
application.
believe.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I believe the line number 8, where you mentioned the hard token value. I believe that will come from the some identity server or something where we are sending
It
the
will.
authorization.
Yeah, it will come from token is equal to login service dot mining token. It will come from a service. So when user logs in,
Mhm.
when user logs in, there will be a login service. In the login service, there will be a variable called my token that will have some value. We will read the value from that service here.
Just to know, just for the curiosity, in .NET we use identity server. Is it same for Java as well, or is it independent? How do you authorize and authenticate your user?
There are many approaches. The most commonly used approach is JWT token. So mostly
Right, but JWT token will be. But JWT token will be generated by some server, right?
Yeah, it will be generated by server.
And the thing is, in one Angular project, we can have only one request interceptor and one response interceptor, right? We cannot have more.
No, we can have more. We can have many interceptors. That is why we have multi-true. We can have more than one interceptors.
Okay.
If one interceptor is adding some header, another interceptor is there to do something else, and all my request has to go via all the interceptors. That is also possible. I can create another interceptor, and that interceptor name is my interceptor 2. this my interceptor 2, my interceptor 2, this is my interceptor 2. So this my interceptor 2 is what it is doing. It is not doing anything. It is simply printing the request object. This is my interceptor 2. It is simply printing the a request object and sending it to server. So though it is an interceptor, it's not doing any manipulation. It is just printing the request object and sending the request to server. Now when I register that as well, my interceptor 2, all my API calls should go through these two interceptors. Yeah, I have two interceptors. Both of them are request interceptors. So while sending the request, both of them will be called. Every request has to come to interceptor 1, has to come to interceptor 2. Interceptor 1 is not doing anything, but interceptor 2 is printing the request object and sending the same request object as it is to the server. Now if I refresh my page, when a call goes, the call goes through both the interceptors. My interceptor 1 is doing something, my interceptor 2 is doing something else. It is possible that we can have many request interceptors. Yeah. Now we will understand. We will understand.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. I am understand this thing. So I think I am one question, sir. I am wrong. I am right. I am not.
No.
So
Go ahead with your question.
It is I'm sending the request. His ID is static ID is going to for every method, every request. It is correct, sir. So I'm thinking is I'm sending the request one time. He is generate one token, and again I'm sending the another request. He is generate another token. It is the dynamically generating. That is the more secure. According to this, you told that one
So
time
that is why my variable is hard coded token. So it should not be hard coded token. We should get the token from the API when we log into the application. When we log into the application, we will get one token. That token we will store in the login service, or we will store in the storage, session storage, or somewhere. That token we will pass here. This token is just a hard coded token. Just to show you it is going, I have declared a hard coded token, but it will not be hard coded in real application. Hope you understand. It will not be hard coded. Huh? Yeah. It will be a dynamic value.
But JWT, I'm a Java, so JWT is one time to log in. This ID token is automatically framework is generated, and then your work is completed, then log out. So your session ID is destroyed. And
Yes.
again just log in, then again new session ID is generated. ID valid what time to your log out. Your log out, then your session ID also restored. So I think it is a more secure this thing. So sir, how can
Yeah, that is how it will work.
yeah.
So to add more on that, there are different kinds of token. One is access token, one is refresh token. So access token and refresh token will be generated when you log in. So that server will generate the token. That's unique for each user. And the access token may expire in 2 minutes or in 5 minutes. Then the front end will ask again to generate a new refresh token. So again the token will be generated. So it's always dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And it's a big topic.
getting
Yeah,
the
I
other
will.
server, or
Correct.
there is a big subject I'm trying to understand. It's a big topic, and if you look at the architecture plan, there are many way to do it,
Yeah,
and I'm also confused. It's not an easy thing.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
So now I'm going to create one interceptor. This is one of the most commonly used interceptor. What my interceptor will do, see, I will create one interceptor. That interceptor name is retry interceptor. And what that interceptor will do, when I am making one API call, if my API fails, it will not inform me that your API failed. Rather, it will try to hit that API one more time. See what happens? Suppose you have booked something in Amazon. That Amazon delivery boy comes to your door. He gives you a call. You don't pick his call. What does he do?
Next attempt or something.
Yeah, he goes back and tomorrow he comes again. He tries one more time. So today you didn't pick the call. He will go back. Tomorrow he will come again. He will give you another call. If tomorrow you pick the call, he will deliver your item. If you don't pick the call tomorrow also, then he will return that item back to the Flipkart, whatever it is. So, so this is called retry. He is trying one more time. If it fails, he takes one more attempt. The same way, I want to create one interceptor. What my interceptor will do, if my API fails, it will try one more time. Now, I will show you one thing. I'll go to my employee service. In employee service, intentionally I'll make a mistake. So when I make a mistake, and when I try to fetch the data, it fails. In network call you can see it fails and it is not trying one more time. Okay. Sometimes due to some other reason the API fails, and if it fails you want to give one more try. If your URL is wrong, if your payload is wrong, if you try 100 times also it will fail only. We know that. But sometimes due to some other reason the API failed. If I try one more time, maybe there is a chance it will succeed. So I'll create one interceptor for that. The interceptor name is my interceptor 3, or I can give a better name, retry interceptor. Retry interceptor. Retry interceptor. So, okay. In module, I will add retry interceptor. Retry interceptor. This retry interceptor, what it will do, if something fails, it will try one more time. Now, what logic we will write here? Let me show you. Okay, I got it. What is the problem? Why it is not showing? Those things. I understood what is the problem. It should have been a service. Fine. It's okay. So export class retry interceptor implements HTTP interceptor. Intercept is the method. HTTP request. What are we doing? We have only one line of code here. We have only one line of code. Return next dot handle HTTP request dot pipe retry one. This pipe, This pipe is from RxJS. Retry is a pipe from RxJS. Yesterday we used one pipe called map. Today we are using one more pipe called retry. So what I'm doing, this interceptor will make a call to this. If it fails, then it will try one more time. Retry one means first original, first time it will make a call. If it succeeds, well and good. If it fails, it will try one more time. If you say retry 2, total it will call 3 times. Okay, let me show you. Now when I refresh this page, the employee call will fail. The employee's call is failing. When it is failing, it tries 2 more times. How many times it is trying? 2 more times. When I change it to 1, when it fails, it will try one more time. It should fail, and when it fails, it tries one more time. Do you understand?
Yes.
But everything goes fine. If everything goes fine, it doesn't have to try. See, it goes fine. It is not calling it 2 times. Do you understand what is the use of this interceptor? You can explain this in interview also. Though it has only one line of code, it is very useful. You can explain this in interview. Only explaining the concept will not be enough sometimes. They will say, okay, I understood what is interceptor, but where in your project you have used interceptor? Can you give me one example? Like that they will ask. So all these examples you should be able to explain.
Yes, sir.
The interceptor name is retry interceptor. What is this interceptor doing? If my API fails, it tries one more time. To do that, we have just added this much logic. This much logic is enough. Now the interceptor keeps an eye on your call. If the call fails, it tries one more time. If the call succeeds, nothing will be done. Is it clear what is retry interceptor? This is user defined name.
As a predefined item.
Uh-huh.
Retry is a predefined?
No,
Retry.
it is user defined.
Okay.
This is just the interceptor name. I could have given the name interceptor 3.
Yeah, this is not pipe retry.
This is predefined.
Yeah.
And this is imported from RxJS.
So
Another question.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the question is, let's say in the employee component, right? There are different kinds of user. One is admin user who can edit or who can delete it, and there is another user who can just view it. So all those information will be coming through the interceptor, because the role and everything.
All those information will come when we log into the application. When we log into the application, we will get user information from the API. The API will respond one user information object. In that user information object, we will have what all roles. Admin is the role. For admin role, what all things we have. For normal user, so we will get one user information and we will get current user information. Current user, that current user, what is the current user? Current user is ABC. What is his role? Role is normal. What all access it has, access roles it has, all those things we will get here when we log into the application.
Understand.
Yeah.
So similarly, we will create one model.
You're using what?
Can you come again?
Yes, sir. So if we are using multiple interceptor, so for getting the response, it may be too much time taking. I think so. That is it correct?
Yeah, that's true. That's true because all your APIs has to go via these interceptors. So for sure it will take some time. But all these things will not take much time. So here we are doing nothing.
Mandatory to use, right?
Interceptors are not mandatory to use. These are optionals. And if you want to add some logic for all the APIs, you don't want to repeat the logic again and again and again, create interceptor. I could have done it. I could have done this retry here only in employee service, right? Hmm? The way I used map, I can use retry here only, right? But what if employee call fails? I will write retry here. What if product fails? I will write retry in product service. What if user fails? I'll write retry in user service. Instead of doing that, better you write a interceptor. That interceptor will take care of that. But that is true. If we have a lot of interceptors, every request will go via interceptor. It will take at least some time. Yeah, that's true.
So we are using interceptor for security purpose or any other
Not security purpose. We are using interceptor if we want to play with request object and response object before sending the request to server, after getting the response from server. So if we don't want to pass the request object as it is, we want to play with that, we can do it inside the interceptor.
Give me some examples like retry is one interceptor, and another. Some examples.
We saw three examples. Another. Okay. So all three are request interceptors. All three are request interceptors. Let's try one response interceptor. Suppose I want to create one success interceptor. When the API succeeds, I want to do something. If the API succeeds, I want to do something. That is response interceptor. How can we do that? Let's understand. Export class success interceptor implements HTTP interceptor. It has intercept method. Intercept method takes request and next. Then what are we doing? Return next dot handle request. Handle the request. Dot pipe tap is a pipe in RxJS. So until unless we discuss this RxJS, it will be little confusing only. Please bear with me. Okay, we are using a tap pipe. We will get the event. Once this request is done, we will get some event. If the event, that event will be of HTTP request type or HTTP response type. If the event is instance of HTTP response, it means it's not a request interceptor. So this portion of code will be executed during the success time. I mean response interceptor. So it's a response interceptor. Inside this if block, if I write any logic, that is response interceptor. So inside this if block,
if I write any logic that I write here, that will be one response interceptor. Response interceptor means while sending a request to server, it won't be called. While getting the response back from server, this portion will be executed. This will be executed while getting response from the server. And if you want to do any modification with the response, you can do it here and return, or you want to log something in the console, you can do it here. We can do whatever we want to do here in line number 1361.
Actually, interceptor it will bridge between the request and response, right? Uh, how can we do that alert here? That's what it is in the UI we do, right? In the interceptor, can we do?
We are not supposed to do. So if we write one alert in the interceptor, if there are 200 API calls in my application, I'll see 200 alerts, right?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. So we can write some logic here if you want to do
Just for
something.
logic
We
only
can,
we can use it.
yeah. But if you write any logic in between this if block, that logic will be executed during the response time, not during the request time.
Correct.
If we want to
So
do error handling, we can do here. No? We want to do any type of error handling depending on the status code 401, 502.
yeah.
Sir, one question here. This is for HTTP request one, right? Uh, so do you have a separate interceptor we need to create for HTTP response as well?
No. This is the one only. So when we don't write this portion, it becomes the request interceptor. Okay. When we write this part, it becomes a response interceptor.
I mean, as you subscribed it, so I mean, as you get the response dot pipe observable, you are getting that, so it is becoming response interceptor.
So we are making a call. After the call, we will get some data. That data we are using a pipe called tap. That data we are checking what it is. Is it a response? If it is a response, do something. So here you write any logic, your logic will be executed during the response cycle, not during the request cycle. This is one response interceptor. Yeah. That is all about interceptor.
Can we write any logic?
We can write any logic.
Yesterday you said about get full name, that type of logic.
That type of logic we are not supposed to write here because we have 100 APIs. All the APIs will not give me first name and last name. We have users API, we have products API, we have movies API, we have IMDb API. So all the API you call, all the API will go through this interceptor, and all the APIs will not have same field. So don't write those kind of logics here. Hope I did answer your question, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this interceptor will be called for all the APIs. Now all the APIs will not have same response. Yeah, that is all about interceptor. With this, we conclude HTTP module or HTTP concept, HTTP topic. Tomorrow we are going to start a topic called observable.
Yes, sir. So I have a question. Can I share the screen? Just 2-3 minutes I'll take.
Yes.
Okay.
Recording stopped.
You can see my screen, no?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, today there was an interview. So they asked me questions in the app component.ts. For example, I have this kind of button. Okay, app component.html. Okay, so if I click it, the dialog box is getting opened. This kind of dialog box is getting opened, but this code to open this dialog box and writing this email ID, password, login, these all things are not present in the same component.html. App component.html, it is not there. It is where it is. I have a defined module all total, login module, for example. In the login module, I have another component. In that component, I have this HTML. Okay. So requirement is on click of that call, I need to open that pop-up in a different module. It is an app module that is in login module. So last time you discussed that inter-module communication. So I explained that that I can import the login module. I export that, and again in the import side I can get that, and with that I can have a binding between two module, and I can try to on click of this get this open. But they don't want any import and export sorry, because the bundle size will be increased in that case. So they said that there is a efficient way to do that. They gave me some hints also once I was not able to answer. Like they said to do this kind of things like create module or something import or something they mentioned like that. So what I did not understand that much. Uh, that's why I just asked you. Like they gave this kind of hints, like in the chat, Zoom chat, they gave this kind of hints that you can try with this way and all. By reading
Yeah.
this, did you understand anything?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
you
you
can
can
see,
see,
right?
right?
We
We
can
can
import a
import a
module
module
by
by
writing
writing
like
like
that
that
also.
also.
Import
Okay.
Import
some
some
module
module
dot
dot
then.
then.
So
So
this is
this
a
is a
new
new
way
way
of
of
importing
importing
module.
module.
This is
This is
called
called
lazy
lazy
loading.
loading.
So
So
using
using
lazy
lazy
loading, they
loading,
are
they are
importing a
importing a
module.
module.
Import
Import
abc
abc
dot
dot
module
module
dot
dot
then.
then.
Then
Then
ng
ng
template,
template,
ng
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 template
template.
I
reference.
I
don't
don't
I
I
don't
don't
understand
understand
100%, but
100%, but
yes,
yes,
this
this
is
is
enough
enough
to
to
relate
relate
and do
and do
it.
it.
So
So
there is
there
ng
is ng
template
template
with
with
some
some
reference
reference
variable.
variable.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Then they
Then
are
they are
creating
creating
a
a
there is a
there is a
reference
reference
variable.
variable.
They are
They are
creating
creating
a
a
attribute
attribute
child
child
ref.
ref.
Ah,
Huh.
yeah, you
Yeah,
will
you will
find this
find this
code
code
in
in
Google
Google
directly.
directly.
If you
If you
search
search
how to
how to
open a
open a
model
model
in
in
Angular,
Angular,
From a different
most of
most
the
of the
component.
examples they
examples
will
they will
use
use
attribute
attribute
child and
child and
all.
all.
From a different module all total.
Yeah,
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 we
we
can do
can do
that
that
also.
also.
Maybe
Maybe
in
in
Google,
Google,
whatever
whatever
example you
example
will
you will
find,
find,
they will
they will
use
use
from the
from the
same
same
module.
module.
But
Huh.
But
all
all
these
these
things you
things
will
you
be
will be
able to
able to
find
find
easily.
easily.
Attribute
Attribute
child,
child,
This I understand, but
then
then
ng
this
ng
was
template.
template.
yeah.
The
The
only
only
new
new
thing
thing
is
is
Create
import
import
module
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 and
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 import
import
component.
component.
create component also they said something that they at the end of the time when I asked feedback they wrote these things in the chat and said try it. So in your at your home try doing this kind of things. So that was
Hmm.
one thing. But yes, yesterday that another thing that you did, that service one I always asked to create cloud operation and all. They asked me this kind of coding today. I did it, like print the console log over here. So in create a service and invoke it in the component using some dummy lesson only they gave during the interview. They was testing that how can do that different type of things. So up to this much I have done. So I did console logging. Then they asked to do some extra things on top of it. That this is having all those things right, but this product is having arrays. So I want using pipe to get this kind of things over here. That was not I was not that much familiar with that, so I was not able to do that. So this arrays using pipe, how can I get it? Which thing I should write, sir?
Map.
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 Yes.
Yes.
So if I write map, And what shall I do?
Yeah. If you
If you
check
check
what is
what is
there,
there,
so
so
yesterday we
yesterday we
did it,
did it,
right?
right?
You did one syntax. I'll check that
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
try.
yeah,
I'll do.
exactly.
Exactly.
So
So
map
map
will
will
have
have
one
one
object.
object.
Hmm.
You
You
have to
have to
return
return
data
data
dot.
dot.
Yeah, I can do that kind of thing. Data dot array or whatever was there. I can
Yeah,
Yeah,
response
response
dot
dot
products.
products.
response dot products. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, syntax I was not that much familiar. So, but I
Yeah.
explained that using map I can do that. But they said to do that. But it was good. I was able to do this because of you only. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
we
good.
we
can.
can.
So
So
whatever
whatever
data we
data we
get,
get
that
that
cannot be
cannot be
directly
directly
used.
used,
So we
so
have
you have
to
to
use a
use a
map.
map.
We will
And
We
get
will
one
get one
object.
object.
From
From
that
that
object, we
object, we
can
can
return
return
only the
only the
array,
array,
not
not
everything.
everything.
got it. So there are different pipes. Once you will explain, maybe we can have more understanding on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we
Tomorrow
will
we will
start with
start with
observable
observable
ones.
I'll
ones.
do that lazy loading type of way, but if I face issue, I'll ask tomorrow that component one. I'll search over the internet, like
Yeah,
different
Yeah,
components.
yeah.
yeah.
You will
You will
be.
be.
Is my
Is my
screen
screen
visible?
visible?
Coming,
Yeah,
Coming,
coming.
coming.
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Angular
Angular
import
import
a
a
module
module
lazily.
lazily.
You will
You
get.
will get.
See.
See.
Loads hidden in the
So
house.
when
So
you
when you
add
add
imports in the
imports
top,
in the top,
right?
right?
When we
When we
add
add
something
something
here,
here,
whenever
whenever
this
this
file
file
loads,
loads,
this
this
file
file
has
has
dependencies.
dependencies.
These
These
all are
all are
dependencies
dependencies
of
of
this
this
file.
file.
So when
So
this
when this
file
file
loads,
loads,
all the
all the
dependent
dependent
things
things
also will
also
be
will be
loaded,
loaded,
and it
and it
makes the
makes the
application
application
heavy.
heavy.
So
So
when we
when
do
we do
like
like
this,
this,
until
until
unless
unless
user
user
clicks
clicks
a
a
link,
link,
this
this
module will
module will
not be
not be
imported
imported
and
and
will
will
not
not
be
be
made
made
available.
available.
This will
This
be
will be
available
available
only
only
if
if
user
user
clicks a
clicks a
link.
link.
This is
This
a
is a
new
new
way of
way of
importing the
importing the
things.
things.
We are
We are
yet to
yet to
discuss all
discuss all
these
these
things.
things.
Okay. Yeah. And that array one I asked you, like I'm trying, but if I cannot do tomorrow, I'll ask. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
tried
tried
that.
that.
It's
It's
working
working
fine.
fine.
no, without even using temp also. I mean, why I have an array, I cannot use any second array. I cannot use any temp variable or any other things. I need to reverse the array without even using reverse method, nothing. Okay. But whatever you have shared in the WhatsApp, so I have also done the same thing in the interview live coding. So initially I used reverse thing that was working. Then they said without using reverse I did it. Then they said without even using any second array I did it in the same array the way you have sent it. But then they said no, without even using a temp variable also. So I at the end I asked the feedback. Now they answered like this way that you need to pop one element from the end and you need to shift that element to the beginning of the array, and at the time of this operation you need to remove the last index, also the last value of the index also. Then write some logic, think on it, and you can do achieve it like that way. So I'm trying it.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
yeah.
getting any direct solution ready-made of the internet for this kind of things. In normal reversal lots of things are there.
Hmm.
Yes.
So
So
can
sir,
I
can I
share my
share my
screen for
screen for
something?
something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
it's
it's
based
based
on
on
today's
today's
discussion
discussion
only.
only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Do
see
you
my
see my
screen?
screen?
It's
It's
loading.
loading.
Loaded?
Loaded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
I
I
see
see
most of
most of
the
the
API
API
response
response
the
the
like
like
this,
this,
just
just the
written
written
whatever
whatever
I have
I
in the
have in the
written,
written,
Hmm.
just
just
written like
written like
this.
this.
But
But
if
if
my
my
API
API
response
response
like the
like the
version,
version,
the
the
status
status
code,
code,
and the actual result. Should I handle it in the interceptor to send? And I will check if the status was is 200, then only send the result.
No.
So this will be the actual result for the API.
No, let's not do it in the interceptor. This logic we are not supposed to handle in interceptor. We can.
Okay.
So let's say you have 100 APIs. All APIs, all 100 APIs will
Yes,
follow the same structure.
all will yes,
Okay.
all will follow the same structure.
In that case, we can use. But mm, if one API is responding direct array, one API is not responding direct array, response version, status code, is error and all, then let's not do it in interceptor, let's do it in service. If you are pretty sure that all your APIs will respond in this format, we can do it in interceptor.
Or
Or
maybe
maybe
let's
let's
say
say
I am
I am
hitting
hitting
three
three
APIs,
APIs, like
three
three
different
different
APIs
APIs
project.
project.
One of the
One of the
project is
project is
all are
all are
hitting
hitting
and all are
all are
returning these
returning these
kinds of
kinds of
responses.
responses.
So
So
maybe I
maybe I
can
can
use for
use for
that
that
particular
particular
project
project.
use
Yeah,
I have to
I
build
can
the
build the
logic in
logic
the
in the
interceptor
interceptor
that
that we
if
can
the
do that. If the
API
API
host is
host is
this
this
because they are
because they are
following this
following this
structure,
structure,
then
then
consider
consider
only
only
this
this
result,
result,
right?
right? Correct. I have some unnecessary data. Just discard them and just return only the result. Don't return
Only
only
the
the
status
status
code
code
and
and
all.
all. Yeah.
Because
Because
if the
if the
team
team,
when
when
all the
all the
API they're
API they're
returning the
returning the
same
same
structure,
structure,
probably
probably
we can
we
build
can
the
build the
logic in
logic in
interceptor
interceptor.
and
Correct.
return
Return
the
the
actual
actual
value.
value. We can build the thing in interceptor. No need to repeat that logic in service.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
this is one of the
gradually we are moving
logic.
our logic from component to service to interceptor now.
Maybe
Maybe.
just
Just
learn
learning the
anything.
thing.
The
The
thing is
thing
I
is
do
I
not
do not
have a
have a
real time
real time
project in
project in
front of
front
me
of
so
me
that
so
I
that
can
I can
understand from
understand
that
from that
project.
project.
No,
No,
you
you
are
are
able
able
to
to
relate the
relate the
things.
things.
You are
You are
able to
able to
relate the
relate the
things.
things.
This is
This is
one of
one
the
of the
best
best
example.
example.
But as
But
I
as I
told,
told,
we
we
should
should
make
make
sure
sure
that
that
all
all
the
the
APIs
APIs
are
are
following the
following
All
the
the
same
same
APIs
structure.
are
structure.
correct.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
If
If
not, then
not,
we
then we
have to
have to
build a
build a
logic.
logic.
What
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
should
should
return
return
from
from
the
the
Yes.
interceptor.
Yes.
Yes.
What if
What if
okay.
this
this
guy
guy
returns
returns
result?
result?
Someone
Someone
else
else
returns
returns
products.
products.
Someone
Someone
else
else
returns
returns
items.
items.
Is it
Is it
possible?
possible?
Do you
Do you
think
think
so?
so?
No, it's
No,
not
it's not
possible.
possible.
It's not
It's not
possible.
possible.
So
So
that
that
Okay.
particular
particular
team will
team will
return
return
this
this
structure
structure
only.
only.
Their
Their
responses will
responses
be
will
in
be
this
in
Then
then
structure.
interceptor
interceptor
is
is
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then
Then
interceptor is
interceptor is
fine.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
If I
If
am
I am
using some
using some
external
external
APIs,
APIs,
maybe
maybe
that will
that
be
will be
different.
different.
In
In
that
that
case, I
case,
can
I
build
can
the
build the
logic
logic
within the
within the
We
interceptor.
We
can
can
write
write
ifs.
ifs.
I mean,
Right.
our internal API can have some clinical word in every URL maybe.
In
In
the
the
URL,
URL,
there will
there
be
will be
some
some
word
word
clinical.
clinical.
Huh?
Huh?
If my
If
Mm.
my
URL
URL contains
contains clinical,
clinical,
handle
handle
this
this
way.
way.
If my
If my
URL
URL
doesn't
doesn't
contain
contain
clinical,
clinical,
don't do
don't do
anything.
anything.
Return the
Return the
response as
response
it
as it
is.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay
Okay
then.
then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No
No
worries.
worries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
thanks
that
that
you
you
people are
people are
coming
coming
with
with
a
a
lot of
lot of
use
use
cases.
cases.
Thank you so much, sir, for the great training.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not
not
like that.
like that.
Somehow I
Somehow I
feel
feel
in this
in this
page, you
page you
people are
people are
asking
asking
more
more
questions,
questions
which is
which is
useful
useful
to
to
others
others
also.
also.
So I
So I
have
have
seen
seen
other
other
pages where
pages where
everybody will
everybody will
be
be
quiet.
quiet
When
and
everybody is
everybody is
quiet,
quiet.
uh,
Uh,
that
that
page
page
will
will
not be
not be
that.
that.
I
I
mean, the
mean, the
people, those
people,
who are
those who are
attending
attending
that
that
page,
page
will
will
not
not
learn
learn
much.
much.
So
So
they will
they will
learn
learn
only what
only
I
what
am
I am
explaining.
explaining.
But
But
now, the
now,
way
the
you
way
are
you are
asking
asking
questions,
questions,
these
these
questions are
questions are
useful to
useful
the
to the
whole
whole
team.
team.
So
So
everyone is
everyone is
getting
getting
benefited.
benefited.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the
the
thing is,
thing is,
I
I
just
just
try
try
to
to
apply
apply
whatever theory or whatever you are showing us in actual project. That's the intention.
That is how we will learn more. Yeah, we will learn the theory or concept from the session. Let's try to implement that in a project. Only learning the concept and keeping the theoretical knowledge in our mind will not help much. So every time we learn a concept, let's go back and implement in a project. We should do it for every topic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that we will never forget that topic anyway. So if somebody asks you, where did you use your interceptor? I'm pretty sure. uh, I will be honest. See, in this group, I know a lot of people, they are working with Angular projects. But when somebody asks where in your project you have used Interceptor, most of the people they say, no, I have never used Interceptor in my project, but I know the concept how it works. How come it is possible? You are working in a real-time application. You should have used Interceptor. But most of the candidates they will not be able to answer where they used Interceptor. If you develop something your own, you will never forget that concept. That's what I think. I don't know if
No,
I'm
they
wrong.
don't ask like why do you have used interceptor. Just because few days back I had an interview, Fidelity Investment, Bangalore location only. So they asked me in a tricky way. I gave a very great concept of things, and then they come to the error handling part, and they gave all the scenarios. This kind of things I need to do. They will directly not use the word interceptor because they know that they have bookish knowledge. They will explain all those things. They'll try to give scenarios and they will ask, what should I do? How should I do? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, they can ask you a question like, let's say my API fails, and if my API fails, I don't want to give up. I want to give one more try. How should I handle that?
Yes. This kind of things.
How should I handle that?
Most of the cases, the employee will reach out to his manager or the lead who is
who is
experienced
experienced
person.
person.
I mean,
When
only those people they
they
set up
set
the
up the
project and
project
they
and they
know
know
the
the
in and
in and
out of
out
the
of the
project.
project.
So
So
very
very
few
few
people
people
know
know
this.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Everyone know
Everyone
how
know
to
how to
create a
create a
component and
component
how
and
to
how to
link
link
it
without
without
it.
it. And
And
beyond
beyond
that,
that,
if
if
you
you
want to
want to
set
set
you
you,
if you
if you
need
need
to set
to
up the
set up the
project, if
project,
you
if you
need to
need to
know
know
the in
the
and
in and
out of the
out of the
project, if
project, if
someone
someone start,
somewhere
somewhere
stuck,
start,
you don't
you
know
don't
what
know
to
what to
do.
do.
When so many projects are not using that much extensive interceptors also, extensive observable defined pipes also, using the old mechanism also.
No,
No,
when
when
our
our
experience
experience
goes,
goes,
we
we
should not
should
restrict
not
our
restrict our
knowledge
knowledge
to
Correct,
to
only
correct.
only
component,
component,
directive,
directive,
and
and
data
data
binding.
binding.
Correct,
We
correct,
We
should
should
understand
understand
in and
in and
out of
out
the
of the
project.
project.
Maybe
Maybe
if
if
not
not
possible to
possible to
understand
understand
in
in
and
and
out of
out
the
of the
project,
project,
at
at
least we
least we
should
should
have
have
high
high
level
level
knowledge,
knowledge,
high
high
level
level
architecture of
architecture
our
of our
project,
project,
how
how
they
they
are
are
wired,
wired,
how they
how
are
they are
connected,
connected,
what all
what all
things are
things are
used.
used.
All
All
these
these
things we
things we
should
should
have
have
knowledge
knowledge
when our
when our
experience
experience grows.
grows. If we
If we
have
have
only
only
1 or 2 years of
1 or 2 years of
experience, we
experience, we
can
can
easily
easily
say,
say,
I do
I do
only
only
this
this
much.
much.
But when
But when
our
our
experience
experience
grows, we
grows, we
cannot
cannot
say,
say,
I am
I am
limited to
limited to
only
only
component, I
component.
am
I am
limited to
limited to
only
only
designing the
designing the
pages. We
pages. We
can't
can't
say
say
that.
that.
Exactly.
So
So
Sanjay,
Sanjay,
let's
let's
say
say
if
if
someone
someone
tell
tell
you
you
to
to
design a
design a
project,
project,
will
will
you
you
keep the
keep the
login
login
things on
things
the
on the
same
same
project or
project
in a
or in a
different
different
project?
project?
So
So
this
this
discussion
discussion
will
will
go
go
for
for
hours,
hours,
but
but
in a
in a
sentence, if I
sentence, if
have
I
to
have to
conclude,
conclude,
so
so
that
that login,
login, is
is
it,
it,
do you
do you
want to
want to
use
use
that
that
login
login
project by
project by
different
different
teams
teams
again,
again,
or
or
only you
only you
want to
want to
use
use
it?
it?
So
So
let's
let's
say
say
an
an
employee
employee
of
of
our
our
institution,
institution,
they can
they can
use
use
the
the
AD
AD
or
or
the
the
employee
employee, I mean,
the
the
login
login
ID
ID
for the
for the
organization.
organization.
If
If
someone
someone
hitting
hitting
our
our
page from
page
the
from the
outside, they
outside, they
can,
can,
I mean, if they
if they
want to
want to
log
log
in,
in,
they
they
can
can
log
log
in
in
using their
using their
email
email
ID,
ID,
or
or
maybe they
maybe they
can
can
log in
log in
using
using
Google or
Google or
Facebook.
Facebook.
So
So
there are
there are
different
different
kinds
kinds
of
of
user can log in to the same thing. So I don't know whether it will be good to set up the login functionality on the same project, or maybe it's a totally different project. So from Angular, we'll hit that server for the authentication. We'll get the tokens from there, and that token will be used by this Angular project. This is one approach, and the other approach is maybe we can have the login functionality on the same project, hitting the same API for the login. So I'm not clear about it. So I'm getting many
mostly,
yeah.
mostly we bundle login functionality along with other functionalities. So we can create a separate module for that, but we ship login module along with other modules. But if you are thinking, I want to create nowadays people are more focused, or people are thinking more about micro front end. When we think about micro front end, what we can do, the way we create a search box and we use that search box in different pages, the same way we can create one login component. If we consider the login as a component, or let's call it as a project, if login is a project, that login project can be used by different projects again. And this kind of architecture is called micro front end, where we can create a different project altogether for login application, login UI, login logic, everything. That project will be used by all other team members, all other teams in the same company. So if I have one project, somebody else has some other project, third person has third project, all of them they can use this login project. Yeah. Maybe the login project can be developed in Angular, but project 1, project 2, project 3 can be developed in React. That is also possible. So that is called micro front end. That is also possible. We should not bother how that login is developed. That is just a plug and play for my project. If I want to start a project, I don't bother how to develop the login part. It's ready made for us. I'll just plug it and I'll play it.
Yes, sir.
But if we don't think all those things, in most of the projects, login ships with other modules. It becomes easy to handle the things.
Yeah, even our project also in the same way. Like login is a different all total. There are different teams who call the API and gets logged in and comes back.
Most of the people they think login is just a page with the two input boxes. But that is not the case. Login means only two input boxes.
So I have just a simple question, another that last time you mentioned also I did some try, like in the package.jsons I have all the 60 70 packages that are installed in our project. Now a manager wants it to convert it to Angular 15 but not right away, after few months of time. So they want to do some analysis like which version of the package will be compatible with the Angular 15 or not. For example, Lodash is used, for example, 5.5.5 for example is used. If that version is compatible with Angular 15 or not, how can I check it? I mean, how can I, being a human being, can check it that will be possible or not? Without
We need to go through the documentation. So here, our Angular knowledge will not help much. We have to go to Angular's
if I go
official
to the
website.
documentation, Lodash documentation, GitHub link, they can say that this is the latest version. This is the version I am using in the project. Now the latest version is compatible with the Angular 15 or not, or the Angular latest or not. There is no link here. So that I can do like, I mean, how can I do
Maybe
that?
all the lower version functionalities will be supported by higher version, right? So mostly it will support. In case if you want more clarification, we can check in the documentation, which are all supported and which are not supported.
From
Documentation.
documentation only we will get to know.
Right.
Angular will help you Angular related libraries. In Angular project, when you are using Lodas, Angular is not responsible for the compatibility. Angular is not asking us to use Lodas. So in
Right.
Angular document, we will never get which Lodas version is supported in Angular 15, Angular
Similar
14,
way,
Angular 13.
yeah, similar way, Lodash document also maintains its own hierarchy, not with Angular.
Exactly.
It
Yeah,
maintains that
that
I am
problem you
having,
will
this is the
find.
latest. I am having 7 version. You want to come and use it. So 5 version is this. You are using. What can I do? I have 7 version. You can upgrade it. So that I can only solve. I mean, as per my understanding, like I need to upgrade to the Lodash 7 and create a demo project of Angular 15 and see that, or in the new project I need to work with the same version that current project is using and check that is working or not. Any other smart way you can suggest? Like I am trying for that audit and all, but audit gives only the security related things, npm audit, or some I mean new versions are there or not for every version, that kind of information they give. Any smart way that can help us?
I don't think there is any other smart way, but we can always explore. Maybe I don't know. There is some smart way we have, but in my knowledge, there is no.
I mean, only thing is we need to install one by one and then check. They are worried about the
Yes,
display update.
but Angular related libraries, when I say Angular core package changes, Angular HTTP package changes, Angular's material changes, all these things Angular will help you.
Yeah, that Angular will help, but other third-party Angular cannot help. That we need
Third
to.
party Angular cannot. Angular doesn't know whether you use Lodas or not. Even if you are using Lodas in an Angular project, Angular is not responsible for that. If it is not compatible, it is not compatible. You have to find a
Like
way for that.
TypeScript 4 we need to use if I need to use Angular 15. So 3 won't work or something like that is there. Some syntax will not work even lower environment also. Something gets broken. So
No, but if it is Angular 15, every version of Lodas will work in Angular 15. Let it be Lodas 1, let it be Lodas 10, everything will work.
similar like others also. Can we comment like other libraries also?
Yes, I think yes.
How can you be 100% sure?
No, we cannot be 100% sure, but I am expecting it to work.
Hi, sir. I'm stating one thing. Sir, backend is a different type of security. Suppose in-memory security, custom JWT, and what? Is Angular also different type of security, or only it is the
No,
level of
Angular uses those backend security techniques only. So
yeah,
Angular cannot have security of its own. So whatever we use in the backend, right?
yes,
Angular and backend they will always talk to each other, right? So that way, so whatever security approaches you told in backend, all those things even Angular will follow.
yeah, sir. Because tomorrow is develop one project, so then I will mention what security to connect this. So then it is working. So I think the I'm telling you is any framework is there in Angular is provide the security. So then the thing I will ask you.
No, Angular doesn't have anything of its own. Combination of Angular and a backend we have to use. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
no problem. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start another important topic. Maybe uh, people don't think it is important, but indirectly
Most important.
Observable, no?
it is
Observable.
important.
Observable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Serverless, you mentioned the form thing and develop the template vector is.
yeah. All these things will come up after a few days. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So
So
Sanjay, are
Sanjay,
you
are you
getting
getting
any
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 anything
anything
from
from
Naresh
Naresh
that
that
why
why
No.
why
why
this
this
case is
case is
going
going
so
so
No, 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 no.
actually
Actually,
in
in
that
that
case
case, in
in
that
that
case,
case,
Naresh
Naresh
people
people
are
are
more
more
supportive.
supportive.
They
They
never
never
asked
asked
me.
me.
It's
It's
been
been
almost
almost
one and a
one and a
half
half
year.
year
I have
I
been
have been
working
working
with
with
Naresh.
Naresh.
They
They
never
never
asked
asked
me
me
when
when
you are
you are
going to
going to
complete the
complete the
batch.
batch.
We are
We are
ready to
ready to
start
start
new
new
batch.
batch.
okay okay
They
They
just
just
called me
called me
last
last
week.
week.
They
They
just
just
wanted to
wanted to
understand
understand
whether I
whether
am
I am
free or
free or
not.
not.
So I
So I
told I
told
am
I am
not
not
free.
free.
That
That
batch
batch
went to
went to
another
another
trainer.
trainer.
8
8
p.m.
p.m.
they
they
started one
started one
React
React
batch.
batch.
They
They
just
just
wanted to
wanted to
understand
understand
whether I
whether
am
I am
free or
free or
not.
not.
They
They
didn't
didn't
ask
ask
how
how
long the
long the
batch will
batch will
take
take
also. They
also. They
just
just
asked me,
asked
are
me,
you
are you
free?
free?
I
I
told no.
told no.
Then
Then
that
that
batch
batch
they
they
gave it
gave
to
it to
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
They are
They are
never
never
asking me
asking
to
me to
complete the
complete the
course.
course.
Shunar.
Shunar.
They are
They
very
are very
supportive.
supportive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
is the
is the
best
best
decision to
decision to
top the
top the
training
training
purpose
purpose
for
for a
technical.
technical.
I
I
think my
think my
sides.
sides.
so
So
One of the
is your
is your
best
React
React
class
trainer,
still
class still
going
one of
on?
the
going on?
best trainer award goes to
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
him.
my
React
React
class is
class is
still
still
going.
going.
Both of
Both
them
of them
started
started
23
23
November.
November.
Same
Same
time,
time.
Yeah,
batch.
Yeah,
they are
they are
in the
in the
same
same
place
place
also.
also.
We
No,
We
just
just
I
joined
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 HSRC
HSRC
here.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
because
because
I
I
was
was
asking
asking
so
so
many
many
questions
questions
about
about
because I
because I
was
was
confused
confused
when I
when
need
I
to
need to
set up a
set up a
project.
project.
That's my
That's my
plan.
plan.
So I
So
was
I was
confused
confused
whether I
whether
will
I
go
will
with
go with
Angular or
Angular or
React.
React.
So I
So
was
I was
asking so
asking
many
so many
questions.
questions.
Which one I
Which one
should
I should
choose?
choose?
Uh,
Uh,
there
there
is
is
no
no
difference, and
difference,
it
and
is
it is
again
again
a,
a
you will
you will
never
never
conclude
conclude
which one
which
is
one is
better,
better,
Angular or
Angular or
React.
React.
Both of
Both
them
of them
are
are
almost
almost
same,
same.
I would
I would
say.
say
There
there
is no
is no
difference at
difference at
all.
all.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
But
But
if you
if you
learn
learn
Angular,
Angular,
it's not
it's
a
not a
big deal
big
for
deal
you
for
to
you to
learn
learn
React. If
React.
you
If you
open a
open a
React
React
project,
project,
you will
you
be
will be
able to
able to
relate
relate
90% of
90%
the
of the
things.
things.
Component
Component
communication,
communication,
passing the
passing the
data
data
from
from
parent to
parent to
child,
child,
then
then
all those
all those
things will
things will
remain
remain
same
same
there
there
also in
also in
React.
React.
It's not
It's
a
not a
big deal
big
for
deal
you
for you
now.
now.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
want to
understand
understand
now.
now.
The
The
thing
thing
is,
is,
Yeah.
yeah, what I
what I
learned
learned from
from
Angular,
Angular,
that's fine.
that's
I'll
fine.
go
I'll
with
go with
Angular.
Angular.
So the
So the
thing
thing
is,
is,
here
here
at my
at my
institution,
institution,
I do
I
not
do
have
not have
any
any
pressure
pressure
from
from
anyone. I mean,
anyone
from my
from my
boss that
boss that
you need
you need
to
to
do with
do
this
with this
technology. They
technology.
don't
They
know
don't know
any
any
technology
technology
here.
here.
My
My
boss is a
boss is a
doctor,
doctor,
and they
and
don't
they
know
don't know
particular
particular
Okay.
technology. So
technology. So
I'll
I'll
decide
decide
what I
what
have
I
to
have
go
to go
for.
for.
So they
They
Yeah.
need
need
the
the
end
end
product.
product.
That's all.
That's all.
How I
How
will
I will
do the
do the
design,
design,
how
how
will
will
architect
architect
is,
is,
it's all
it's
up
all
to
up
me.
to me.
So no
So
one
no
will
one will
say
That's
say
good.
say
say
that
that
no,
no,
go with
go with
Java or
Java
go
or go
with
with
React, go
React,
with
go with
Angular.
Angular.
No,
Mhm.
no
No
one will
one will
say me.
say me.
I will
I will
decide
decide
which one
which
I
one I
should
should
go
go
for.
for.
Good we
Good we
have
have
that
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 is
freedom.
the
freedom
Yeah.
here.
good. Is
Is
whatever
whatever
the
the
understanding
understanding
you is
you is
learned,
learn,
that is
that
the
is the
better.
better.
You will
You will
not
not
understand
understand
Java,
Java,
so
so
then you
then
will
you will
not
not
learn
learn
Java. You
Java.
go
You go
to
to
another
another
way.
way.
So
So
that is
that
the
is
my
the my
think is
thing is
good
good
because
because
you
you're
wasting the
wasting the
time is
time is
not a
not a
big
big
thing.
thing.
You
You
have to
have to
whatever the
whatever the
learn
learn
in
in
what you
what you
understand,
understand,
you
you
learn
learn
is
is
good.
good.
What is
What
your
is your
backend?
backend?
I
I
hope your
hope your
backend is
backend is
.NET, right?
.NET, right?
No,
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 no.
no.
I
I
so
so
I
I
am
am
mainly
mainly
on the
on the
analytics.
analytics.
I did
I did
SSRS,
SSRS,
S,
S,
Uh-huh.
R,
Okay.
Python.
Python.
I was
Okay.
mainly
Mainly
in
in the
data
data
science
science
and
and
analytics
analytics
team.
team.
But for
But for
Okay.
some
some
reason,
reason, I
I need to
need to
build a
build a
portal
portal
for
for
my
my
internal
internal
user.
user.
So
Mhm.
So
with the the help of someone, I did something on ASP.NET. And now I did some dashboard in Power BI and Tableau. And then I realized there are some limitation over there in Power BI and Tableau. I cannot do more and more customization for my doctors. So that's why I think I will do those dashboard in Angular. That's my plan.
Okay. Yeah.
But Alok, you said you are a functional consultant, right? No. Maybe I'm wrong. Mistaken. So to build the dashboard, I have some dashboarding necessaries for BI and Tableau, but the the customization that I need that we are not able to achieve in those tools because those are drag and drop tool. So I want to build in some web portal.
Okay.
That's why I'm learning. Maybe I will not build it. Maybe someone will build it, but I'll be managing all these things. So I need to understand the process.
Yeah, that's true.
Technical and managing everything.
Okay, sir. Thank you so
Good
much
night,
for the
everyone.
training.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good
thanks so
night.
much for the
Thank you so
great
much,
training.
Sanjay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night. See you tomorrow.
bye.
And please don't compromise with integrity.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I am not
We
going to
are
compromise with the quality. Yeah.
because
One of the best training
I
I'm getting from here.
every day I'm so excited when the training will start because I know what's let's say for tomorrow today I know you are going to start interceptor, so I was reading something about the authorization and all that this and how the process works. So just try to be familiar with before the topic start. I'm always
No.
excited for I mean for your
No,
session.
I am not going to compromise. Don't think like that. See, last week only I got one. What is that? I got one opportunity, right? They told if you are going to complete your batch in next 1 week, we are ready to wait for you. I told no, boss. I need at least 2, 3 more weeks, and they are not ready to wait for me. They started a React page with somebody else. I don't want to compromise with the quality. Yeah.
Some batch they started at morning 5 o'clock. I got a message.
Morning 6 o'clock.
5 or 6 or something like that. How come they
They
started?
started a batch morning 6 o'clock.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Okay, bye, good night.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. So,
Thank you.
see you tomorrow. Bye. Good night.